We're back from 8 days sailing on Carnival Vista and share what it's really like on this nearly 10-year-old vessel. From the dining to the entertainment, activities, and more, we share what we loved and hated in our honest review up next. Welcome aboard, everyone. I'm Don B from Eat, Sleep, Cruise. Now, in the past, we've sailed on Carnival Cruise Line's newest ships, but after reading all the reviews and comments online about Carnival's older ships, we boarded Carnival Vista with some pretty low expectations. But when it came to the casual dining at least, Carnival Vista definitely exceeded our expectations. Our favorite is the BlueIguana Cantina. This venue serves up spicy bowls, burritos, and tacos for lunch. But don't overlook this venue in the morning either. But many don't realize that the BlueIguana also serves breakfast burritos, which are arguably even better than their lunchtime counterparts. Additionally, Guy's Burger Joint still serves up one of the best burgers at sea. This fast food favorite offers freshly made burgers with a variety of fixings, along with a custom toppings bar. Plus, Guy's offers the best french fries on Carnival Vista. Other standouts include Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue, located on the waterfront promenade during sea days, and the Carnival Deli. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Carnival Deli will satisfy your cravings any time of day, with options like a steak and cheese or buffalo chicken sandwich. In the adults-only Serenity Retreat, those 21 plus can create a custom salad for a healthier midday meal at Fresh Creations during sea days. Though you won't find Fresh Creations listed in the Fun Times or the Carnival Hub app. With an easy-to-navigate Lido Market with smartly designed stations, including a Family Express option for most meals, finding something delicious and quick to eat was never a problem during our cruise. While most of the quick service restaurants met our expectations, the pizza at Pizzeria del Capitano fell short. Usually I find the pizza on Carnival to be better than the competition, but this was not true on Carnival Vista. And believe us, we tested it out a few occasions and it was equally disappointing every time. Although the verdict is still out on the debate between Heidi and I regarding which pizza is better, Pizzeria del Capitano or Sorrento's on Royal Caribbean. Let us know what you think down in the comments. There's even more lunchtime options though, because guests can head to Deck 11 to the specialty restaurants. During the day, both GG Asian and Cucina del Capitano offer a complimentary sit-down lunch. The Mongolian Walk and Captain's Pasta Bar are great alternatives to the other grab-and-go dining venues. A new addition to Carnival Vista's casual eats is empanada and pie. And before you ask, yes, those are the items that are on the menu. These small, savory, or sweet handheld treats are an upcharge at $1.50 each, but they are the perfect snack along some brews at the nearby Red Frog Pub. The station is located in the Ocean Plaza and is only open in the evenings. With the ship at nearly max capacity, we feared for the worst. And while yes, there were crowds, and venues were busy, particularly at peak times, with just a little strategy and pre-planning, it was easy to navigate the crowds. But don't get us wrong, the pools were busy. There are two pool areas on Deck 10, the Lido deck. The beach pool is the main pool midship on this deck. Honestly, this pool felt way too small for a ship of this size. By early morning, our fellow cruisers had claimed the prime loungers near the main pool. The same was true for the loungers and additional seating on decks 11 and 12, immediately overlooking the beach pool. At the aft of this deck is the Tides pool. Again, this is another small pool, and here there are also two adjacent whirlpools. But this area often felt crowded as well. By lunchtime, the Tides pool was a soup of people, with cruisers of all ages trying to find a spot to cool off. Both of these pools are open to families. Adults 21 and older have access to the Serenity Retreat. All the way forward on Deck 15, this exclusive space offers a more relaxed and chill vibe. While Serenity does have two whirlpools, it does not have a pool. The cruise line did rectify this glaring omission on Carnival's newest ships, like Carnival Celebration and Carnival Jubilee. Guests staying in Havana staterooms have access to an exclusive sun deck. All the way aft on Deck 5, the Havana pool deck boasts two whirlpools, an infinity pool, and a variety of seating options. We like the location and setup of this Havana more than its counterpart on Carnival's Excel class of ships. Though, even on Carnival Vista, this area did feel a bit too small. If you like to sleep in, your best chance of getting loungers is aft on deck 11. Just keep in mind that the starboard side of this deck is the smoking deck. You'll find ashtrays and smokers the entire stretch from the beach pool to the aft overlooking the tides pool. While much of Carnival Vista didn't feel its age, we were quickly reminded that this was a 10-year-old vessel the moment we stepped into our stateroom. The room felt surprisingly drab and lacking in modern amenities we've come to expect our newer cruise ships. We stayed in stateroom 8220 during our sailing on Carnival Vista. This Category 8C balcony stateroom is on the port side, forward of the forward elevators. According to Carnival's website, cabin measures approximately 185 square feet with a 35 square foot balcony. This balcony cabin had a similar layout to that of other mainstream cruise lines. Immediately upon entering the stateroom, our bathroom was on the right, which is the forward wall, with our closet on the left being the midship wall. Beyond the bathroom and closet was a sofa on the right with a desk on the left. Our king-side bed was just before our balcony on the forward wall facing aft. For an 8-night cruise, we had just enough storage space for all our clothes and gear. The closet had 3 different sections. One offered a series of shelves and drawers, along with the safe. There was also one full-length clothes bar and a second clothes bar with an adjustable setup. We took the liberty of removing the lower shelf and clothes bar in this third closet to make it full length. The sofa provided ample space to relax and work during the week, and the desk was equally spacious, featuring small shelves for storage off to one side. The bed was comfortable, and I appreciated the small nightstands on each side, which offered some additional storage. What the stateroom was really missing were USB outlets. The only USBs, as well as power outlets, were on the desk. So we had to use our cruise-approved multi-plug outlet to ensure all our technology stayed charged. The lack of charging stations near the bed also makes it difficult to charge phones, which also serve as our alarm overnight. Along with the lack of outlets, the bathroom on Carnival Vista also felt dated. Perhaps the biggest turnoff was the dreaded shower curtain. Thankfully, newer Carnival ships feature better appointed bathrooms, including showers with glass doors. For a Carnival Fun ship, the room did feel a bit drab. It wasn't as bright or colorful as we would have expected. While we enjoyed having the balcony, it also felt a bit cramped. There was just enough space to squeeze by the table and chairs when taking in the ocean views. We also disliked the single door opposed to the sliding door found on other cruise line balconies. Still, for a ship that is nearly 10 years old, the furnishings were pretty well maintained, and the stateroom served as a functional space during our cruise. Carnival has always been known for its high-energy, lively entertainment, but something felt different this time around. The shows and music program seemed less vibrant than our previous Carnival experiences. Now, whether this is specific to Carnival Vista or more of a fleet-wide change, we don't know, but other cruisers on our sailing also had similar feelings. That said, there was still plenty happening all across Carnival Vista. The Liquid Lounge, located on decks 4 and 5, is the main theater. Unfortunately, the lounge setup of this venue means that there are very few seats with great views of the stage. So you'll need to arrive early if you want to snag prime viewing spots for the shows. Most nights, the Liquid Lounge boasted either a game show or playlist productions. Honestly, we're not huge fans of the playlist productions when compared to the Broadway caliber shows found on Royal Caribbean ships. For this cruise, we caught 3 shows. Flick featured popular music from movies and television, but the surprise ending did catch us off guard when compared to the rest of the show's vibe. The other shows we saw included America Rocks and Amor Cubano. These shows were entertaining, however, we wouldn't necessarily schedule our evenings around them. The Liquid Lounge was also home to a pretty typical Welcome Aboard show featuring the Fun Squad. There were several game shows too, including Deal or No Deal and the popular Love and Marriage, as well as Bingo. But one of the highlights for us was the Family Feud game show. We were able to catch the adult-themed Family Feud at 11 p.m., and it was hysterical. With so much to do, see, and eat, we weren't able to cram in everything we wanted to do. In fact, we never made it to a comedy show all week because of so many other things happening. The Limelight Lounge does host a few additional activities, but essentially doubles as a cruise ship's comedy club. There were 4 comedians during our sailing, with comedy sessions starting in the early evening and running into the late night with both PG and 18 plus sets. These shows are very popular, and the lines start forming up to an hour before showtime. Carnival Vista also hosted several parties. There was an 80s rock and glow party, and a silent disco out on the pool deck. On night 7, we all squeezed into the 3 decks of the atrium for the White Hot Party. Mark Q did a good job hosting these events and getting the rest of the Vista family fired up, although we were somewhat disappointed with the music program on Carnival Vista compared to other previous experiences on Carnival ships. While there were several musical artists, the vibe just wasn't as lively or as upbeat as we're used to on a Carnival ship. You might find a steel drum player in the Red Frog Pub and Brew, which we thought was odd, or you might see an acoustic guitarist depending on the evening. The Vista Rock Band performed some nights in the relatively open Ocean Plaza, which isn't the ideal spot to rock out. There was also Latin dance music in the Havana most nights, live performances in the atrium, and piano hits in Piano Bar 88. Families, especially those with younger children, are Carnival Cruise Line's target audience. Thus, there are numerous onboard activities and attractions designed for families. All the way aft is the Sports Square, offering a variety of complimentary activities. Heidi and I also got in on the fun as well. After all, we are big kids at heart. With the ship being near max capacity, we were surprised this area wasn't busier though throughout the cruise. However, it was also consistently over 90 degrees every day. The signature attraction here is the Sky Ride. Carnival Vista was the first ship in the fleet to debut this attraction. Essentially, guests pedal around the top of the sports deck, offering some great views of the ocean and decks below. The Sports Square also contains a 9-hole mini golf course. You can join a cornhole competition or rack up some steps on the jogging track as well. It takes 8 laps around the jogging track to hit a mile. Along with the Sky Ride suspended above the Sports Square, there's a ropes course. The ropes course isn't as intricate or as extensive as some others, but I still worked up a sweat making 2 laps around the obstacles. There's also a sports court offering free play and organized games, including basketball and pickleball throughout the cruise. And if you're looking for a little indoor fun, there's a few games inside the Sports Square at the clubhouse, including foosball, table tennis, and soccer billiards. Forward on Deck 12 is the Waterworks. This onboard water park is perfect for little kids. It includes a couple of slides, as well as a splash pad and additional water features. Yes, Carnival's Power Drencher is front and center on this Waterworks on Carnival Vista. Finally, the Cloud9 Fitness Center is open most days from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., offering a variety of workout equipment, cardio machines, and free weights. Gym enthusiasts will have no issues getting in a workout during a cruise. Cruise director Mark Q and the Fun Squad were out and about both day and night, hosting a variety of events and activities. For the most part, our fellow cruisers were right alongside them, making sure to enjoy every minute of their cruise. During the day, there were several trivia sessions, cruiser competitions, games, and dance classes. In fact, one sea day, the Ocean Plaza was jam-packed for an afternoon session of karaoke. I mean, on what other cruise line would that even be a thing? Additionally, Carnival Vista hosts an IMAX theater. Although it incurs an additional charge, it costs about the same as a ticket on land. And actually, I was surprised to see that the theater was showing the brand new Superman movie on the weekend it debuted. Guests can also take a brewery tour, partake in a liquor tasting, or sign up for behind-the-scenes tours on sea days. These activities are an upcharge and can be booked once on board. Not to mention Carnival Vista has a spa with a thermal suite where guests can purchase cruise-along packages, day passes, or a 3-hour pass. Of course, there's also a casino that was surprisingly busy at all hours of the day. If you're looking for some ocean breezes away from the crowds, the outdoor lanai on Deck 5 has various seating options where you can relax with a good book, with many seats in the shade, which was prime real estate during our sailing. Kids and teens have their own spaces too, with Camp Ocean for ages 2 through 11 years old, Circle C for tweens 12 to 14 years old, and Club O2 for teens 15 to 17 years old. There's also the newly relocated arcade and the Dr. Seuss Bookville, which are great for some family time. Fun Times Daily Magazine listed all the events and showtimes each day. You can also use the Carnival Hub app to review daily schedules, dining times, and other pertinent information. Carnival Vista also delivered when it came to its bar scene, with over a dozen bars offering a variety of different themes and signature cocktails. Along with live music, the Havana Bar aft on Deck 5 serves up Latin-inspired cocktails heavy on the rum, such as a classic daiquiri or Havana Especial. Musically themed cocktails on the menu at Piano Bar 88, also on Deck 5. While this is usually one of the liveliest bars on a Carnival cruise ship, the piano tunes with Matt just didn't draw much of a crowd. The most popular bar on the ship, and our favorite, was the Alchemy Bar. Located on Deck 5, the mixologists here craft drinks to cure any ailment. From the Remedy to the Robert Boyle, to the 40 is a new 20, or the Cucumber Sunrise, there is plenty to choose from. The team at the Alchemy Bar, including Omar, Christian, and Erica, were among the best on the ship. Additionally, Carnival Vista was the first ship based in the US to have an onboard brewery. Red Frog Pub and Brewery offers a variety of draft beers brewed right on board. We couldn't pass up the opportunity to do one of the beer tastings and brewery tours either. The brewmaster was very passionate about his job. During the ship's dry dock last year, the cruise line rethemed Carnival Vista Sports Bar to the Heroes Tribute Bar. Paying homage to those who served in the armed services, this bar offers cocktails with a military twist alongside plenty of televisions broadcasting your favorite sports events. You also have a few unique options out on the pool deck. Margarita fans will gravitate to the BlueIguana Tequila Bar on the port side of Deck 10. Those who prefer long drinks want to walk across the Lido to the Red Frog Rum Bar. Or maybe you want one of each. Additionally, the Serenity Bar shakes up exclusive sangrias along with other signature cocktails forward on Deck 15. For the most part, all signature cocktails, beers, and many wines by the glass are covered in the drink package. You know us? This probably doesn't come as a surprise, but the one bar we visited the most was the Java Blue Cafe. By day 3, Diane and Seti knew our drink order by heart. If you're a coffee drinker, don't forget to get a coffee card. After getting 6 stamps, your 7th coffee is free, of course, for those who don't have a drink package. Do keep in mind that there's often a long wait in the mornings at Java Blue, so you can get espresso-based drinks at the nearby Plaza Bar, or actually at the Atrium Bar on Deck 3 forward. Further, you may have heard that Carnival is testing mobile ordering for coffee too, but this feature is not included in the Cheers beverage package. And honestly, we've been disappointed by declining main dining room quality across several cruise lines lately. So we weren't expecting much on Carnival Vista, but the cruise line surprised us again. Across our 8 nights on board Carnival Vista, we dined at the main dining room on 3 evenings. With the Your Time dining option, we entered a virtual queue when we wanted to eat and never waited more than 10 minutes for a table. If you're more of a traditional cruiser, Carnival still offers said early dining and late dining in the Reflections dining room, while the Horizons dining room is the venue for Your Time dining and the newer Express dining option. This Express dining option has a more limited menu, but it's designed for cruisers to get in and out of the main dining room in about an hour while still enjoying all 3 courses. While we have noted that the main dining rooms across all cruise lines have kind of gone downhill in recent years, we were pleasantly surprised by Carnival Vista. Dining around the same time on all 3 occasions, we had the same waiter, Daryl. Daryl was funny, personable, and took amazing care of us, whether we dined as a large group or just the 2 of us. Some of the better selections that we sampled included beef Wellington, roasted leg of lamb, Szechuan shrimp, and the spaghetti carbonara. For appetizers, classics like a Caesar salad or the shrimp cocktail were on par with our experiences on other mainstream cruise lines. However, the menus also feature select dishes from Emerald Lagasse, like a crab and shrimp cake and the Gerard Street salad, which are unique to Carnival Cruise Line. For dessert, you have to get at least 1 Carnival melting chocolate cake on a cruise, but other sweet treats like the Bitter and Blanc, which essentially was bread pudding, or classic cheesecake were also great ways to end a meal. Additionally, Carnival was the pioneer of the Sea Day brunch, which serves up delicious breakfast and lunch options from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. on sea days. While we typically love this option, our go-to Sea Day brunch menu, skillet cake, did not meet our expectations. It was pretty dry and overcooked. Still, the chicken and waffles and omelets were solid choices, but not necessarily anything special that you couldn't get in any other main dining room. Over the course of 8 nights on Carnival Vista, we sampled all of the specialty restaurants, including the chef's table. For the most part, they were better than we remembered. If we had to choose, our favorite might be Gigi's Asian Kitchen. Dining with a large group, we indulged in a variety of appetizers, entrees, and sides. From spring rolls, the duck, dumplings, and the chicken soup, our table was overflowing with flavor. Of course, we couldn't pass up entrees like Singapore chili shrimp, kung pao chicken, peppered beef, and braised short rib. Some Hakka noodles and fried rice accompanied these as well. And we finished the meal with some tasty desserts too, like the caramelized crepes. At $24 per person, Gigi's Asian Kitchen is a fantastic value. Almost as equally appetizing was Cucina del Capitano. Our previous visits to this Italian restaurant on other Carnival ships was underwhelming. However, the menu has been updated, and we were stuffed by the time dinner was done. Appetizers include classics such as fried calamari, house-made burrata, and Nonna's meatballs. For dinner, Heidi couldn't say no to the chicken parmesan. Based on the waiter's recommendation, I chose a pappardelle with shrimp this time around, and it was fantastic. For dessert, our table went a little overboard, and we all ordered the Mile High Gelato. While an upcharge of $6, it is delicious, but we could have split one dish between the two of us. Again, the dinner at Cucina del Capitano cost about $24 per person. This is also, again, a great value when stacked up against other mainstream cruise lines. On night 5, we opted to try Bonsai Sushi. This is an a la carte casual restaurant on Deck 5, which serves up small plates and sushi rolls. While Heidi is a picky eater, I quite enjoyed my shrimp tempura and spicy tuna roll. Heidi did like the chicken yakitori, but she wasn't a fan of the noodles. Still, it's a nice alternative to a longer sit-down meal, or for those looking for something a bit lighter. On the final night of our cruise, we dined at Fahrenheit 555. This American-style steakhouse served up an admirable meal. My surf and turf came with a perfectly seared medium rare filet mignon. Plus, can't go wrong with a decadent chocolate sphere for dessert. Or, if you prefer something a bit more balanced, the apple tarte tatin is also a great choice. As if we hadn't already eaten enough, this meal was the perfect way to end our cruise on Carnival Vista. But perhaps our most impressive meal of the whole cruise was the chef's table. While we don't typically book this kind of experience because of Heidi's picky palate, I'm so glad we decided to join our media group for this dinner. 7-course feast with some additional surprise courses was undoubtedly a highlight of the trip. While it was priced at $124 per person, plus an 18% service charge, the nearly 3-hour event is more than a meal. With a galley tour, cooking demonstration, and impeccable service, the chef's table is definitely a unique experience worthy of the upcharge. With personalized attention to dining preferences, the chef was able to customize selections to accommodate everyone's requests, even Heidi's. Among the standouts were the lobster, the venison, and the braised wagyu. Take my word for it, food connoisseurs will not want to pass up this opportunity on Carnival Vista. While we were a bit skeptical before boarding Carnival Vista in Port Canaveral that we would survive an 8-night cruise on this 10-year-old ship, we're happy to report we did more than just merely make it through the week. We had a fun time. While the ship was busy, we managed the crowds. With a bit of planning, we were able to see the shows, enjoy all the food and drinks, and have some laughs with our friends who are also on board without any hassles. And we suspect after watching this video, you'll be ready to book a cruise on Carnival Vista. But before you do, you need to check out our brand new video of what's included on a Carnival cruise, plus what will cost you extra. In that video, we detail all the inclusions covered in your cruise fare, plus those extra fees and costs the cruise line doesn't tell you about. That way, you'll be one step ahead of everyone else on board, and your next Carnival cruise will be smooth sailing.